Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly, and it's Olynyk in at the 5 down low. And for Charlotte, up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. All out there with Trey Mann, and it's Williams at the center position. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really boost the team's outlook, kind of define their direction. So I expect to see them keep the intensity up, so we should be in for a fun one.
Here's Dick. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You love the fact that LaMelo Ball is not timid about drawing contact on the interior. Get that foul drawn, LaMelo.
LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
Now, here's Ball. Barnes grabs the miss. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Here's Dick. Pass to quickly. "18 feet out. And no good. Miller against Olynyk. Takes it from 10, and he nails the jumper.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Barnes up top. He had 25 points last game. Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
And here's Miller outside. Drills it from outside. Miller's got his second basket of the night.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft, his three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
Here's quickly. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
It's Dick on the wing. Defended by Mann. Barnes passes to quickly. Banked in off the glass.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Mann passes to Miller. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Misses from short range. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a few minutes with the Hornets head coach. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. And that's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Okay, David, thanks. Bridges for 3. Rebound by Olynyk.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to quickly. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
Now here is Miller after R.J. Barrett's miss. Miller finds Bridges, and there it is for him.
I tell you, no secret that Miles Bridges at his best when finishing at the cup.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Well, Doris, there's no question Miles Bridges is a talented scorer out on the wing.
You are exactly right, Kevin. This is a young man capable of putting up 20 points per game on a nightly basis. Now I want to see Bridges take strides as a defender. He has to show more commitment on that end of the floor.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Mark Williams. And it's Cody Martin in for Trey Mann. And then for Toronto, Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Olynyk. Bruce Brown comes in for Tech. And it's Mitchell in for Quickly. Chalk up 2 there.
This guy's put in so much work that the jumper is almost automatic. Go ahead, Miles Bridges.
There's the pass to Barnes. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Kelly Olynyk.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Pass to Poeltl. Shoots over Richards. Poeltl kicks to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes. Bridges with some nice defense. And here's Sharp. They're on a 13-4 run. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Barnes looking around. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Boy, you combine the handle with Scotty Barnes' length, and this guy is a very tough cover.
Here's Bridges, and he comes up with the deuce. Bridges has got 8 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Barnes outside. Fires away from outside. Barnes with another miss. He beat the buzzer!
Delivery at the buzzer. That is beautifully done.
Oh. Wow, what a shot. And listen to this place explode.
It's been all about Miles Bridges for the Hornets. Willing his team to a successful quarter performance, he seemed to stop at nothing to push the momentum. We come back right after this. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Charlotte leading by 14. So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Barnes pairs with Olynyk to make up the forward pair. Bruce Brown is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Poeltl in at the center. Now Brown following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. And Ball with the block.
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back.
And now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Here's ball after the Raptors pick up 2. And we see, as in baseball, Doris, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
A reserve through his first 3.5 seasons, quickly now stepping indoors to a starting role.
You know, Kevin, you go from instant offense role off the bench to now being a lead guard. The responsibility takes an extraordinary step up. But this guy is clearly ready, quickly wanted to be a starter in this league.
Raptors trail by 12. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Passes it to Olynyk. Bridges with the steal. In the corner, it's Martin. Outside, ball. Down low, here's Bridges. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
Here's Quickly. It's good. Quickly's got 8 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Bridges against Olynyk. Bridges misses. Raptors trail by 12. Brown outside. Dishes to Olynyk. Now Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Quickly. Launches from deep. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Bridges has got his 4th rebound in this one. Bridges missing again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Well, the do-it-yourself kit, the steal and bucket from LaMelo.
Brown feeling it out a bit. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Pirtle. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Gibson. Outside, Green. Outside for Martin. To the inside. And it's Ball. That time on the assist by Martin. 11 points in the game.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
And the Raptors call time here. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Some changes for Charlotte. Nick Richards comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Brandon Miller in for Green. And then for Toronto, Barrett checked in for Olynyk. And Dick subbed in for Quickly. Now here's Barnes. He kicks to Pirtle. Brown outside. Here he goes. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I'm not sure which was better, Pirtle's screen or his finish, but either way, nice execution in the roll.
Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, 2 guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team.
Miller finds Ball. Again, Ball missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The pass to Pirtle. Back to Barrett. From outside the arc. Hornets with the rebound. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half. Outside ball. There's the lob to Bridges. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And here's Barrett. Hasn't made one yet. Barnes outside. Pass to Dick. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Barnes. Fires from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Barnes has got 7.
My goodness, Scotty Barnes, no hesitation from the next zip code.
24 seconds left in the first half. Such a wide open look. Ball's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Bridges, and he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 12.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Charlotte had no problems getting going. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run at the start. They could do nothing wrong in the first quarter, ending with a 14-point lead. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace. If they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Up it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. All out there with Trey Mann, and it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Hornets 5. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 16-point game. And it's quickly missing. The Hornets shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Now, here's Ball. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Over Barrett. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got 14.
What you love is Miles Bridges has kept his foot on the gas pedal. Started out scoring well and continues to keep the pressure on.
Now, here's Barrett. Still scoreless. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Quickly with it. He's got 8. Passes to Dick. Just his first attempt. He squares up and sinks it. Dick's got his first points of the night.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
And Williams throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt. I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Bridges with the steal. Got a piece of it.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Dick, defended by man. Back to Dick. Clock at 6. Pulls up. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ball's got his 6th rebound on the night.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Williams. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA's 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But, Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect, that guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, D.A. Thank you. Bridges for 3. They get it back, and Williams is right there.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Ball against Quickly. Here's Olynyk. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Williams. Miller surveying the floor. Here's Bridges. Left side, Williams. Over Olynyk. And he recovers it. Second shot opportunity, and it's Williams laying it in. Williams has got 8 points in the quarter.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here, and their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
And he gets it to go.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done.
And Doris, a new era began in Charlotte after Michael Jordan's departure as owner in 2023.
And Kevin, with that ownership change, there's always a transition period. And it may take a while for the Hornets to find success. But there are some reasons for optimism, and you begin with the young point guard.
And so here's Toronto, following the bucket by the Hornets.
And checking out some numbers for Bridges. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 21 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Taj Gibson's checked in for Miles Bridges. Green comes in for Miller. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Trey Mann. And it's Micic in for Ball. No good from Gibson. And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. Mitchell outside. Back to Quickly. Pass to Boucher. Three-pointer. The putback.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
The Hornets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
The Raptors making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Boucher passes to Brown. Puts it up from 12. Connects. The jumper drops.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Hornets ahead, delivering the blowout. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. They've got Mitchell. Pirtle is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Brown, and it's Abaji in at the three spot.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Micic, the pass to Williams. Good on the triple. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Hornets.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Over in the corner, Brown. Pirtle trying to get open. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Mitchell.
I'll tell you guys, sometimes it feels like Bruce Brown prefers to score through contact. He loves those kinds of challenges.
Micic, the pass to Williams. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. And the Toronto Raptors taking Scotty Barnes, Doris, fourth overall in the 2021 draft. What a great pick.
And Kev, that was a bit of a surprise if you remember back to that date. Most had Barnes going later in the draft. He's been a terrific acquisition. Won the Rookie of the Year, was an All-Star in year 3, and they're going to build their organization around him.
Here's Barnes. And Curry pulls it down. The Hornets shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. The pass to Mann. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
Here's Miller. Misses the step-back jump shot.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Back to Barrett. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Olynyk. And there's the drive. Basket good.
I don't think you can give Olynyk a lane to the bucket. He's got tremendously long strides that allow him to get to the cup quickly.
Here's Mann. Dick defending. Lets it go from the wing. Shots good by Miller.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Barnes kicks to Olynyk. The Hornets pull it in. Richards got 4 rebounds in this game. Curry passes to Mann. Williams with the ball. Curry deciding where to go with it. Here's Richards. Rebound by the Raptors.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level, meaning he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
Micic, the pass to Williams. Here's Micic. 1:58 left in the game. Now Green. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And Toronto making a change here. Brown's checked in. Mitchell passes to Boucher. Back to Mitchell. Count it.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Micic.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Charlotte.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Miles Bridges.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
Micic. He can't get it to go. Good D by Mitchell. And Toronto has possession. Excellent D there from Williams.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Smith. Toronto grabs the miss. The feed to Brown. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Here's Micic. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks, guys. Miles, congrats on the win. Can this team carry the momentum into the next game?
Well, I think we're just going to approach the game like we have been these last games. We've been playing very hard, moving the ball, and playing great defense. So if we approach it like that, I think we'll win.
Thanks again for your time, man. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.